Now we're moving on to the last couple steps before the complete reassembly and finishing of the passenger car. In this video I'll show how to put on the lettering, the windows and Clerestory material, and how to fix up the air tanks. First thing I'll do here is the lettering. Now for the best and most original finish you can buy rubber stamps or have a service do the rubber stamping for you, but I decided to save a few dollars and I'm using these printed stickers instead. Stickers can be easily trimmed with scissors. For the best results, I would recommend cutting as close to the lines or the letters as possible. Before actually handling the stickers, I would definitely recommend making sure your hands are clean. Now to start that, just fold that back a little bit until you can get a grip on the sticker. And peels off. Now I'll just stick that to the end of a toothpick. It's definitely easiest if you can get these on straight the first time. They're a little bit difficult to peel off if they're at all crooked. Now to get it stuck down there the rest of the way, I just take the toothpick again, and with the edge of it I stick a little bit down at a time there. Just going real gently to make sure nothing's damaged. And you want to make sure there's as little air left in there as possible. All the lettering's in place now. And originally I was clear coating over these once they were on, but I found over time that it's really not necessary with these stickers because they're fairly stiff and the adhesive is pretty strong, so the lacquer didn't make much of a difference. And there's the other one on the passenger car body. A little hard to see over the red. And this is one where you especially want to cut as close to the letters as possible because of that extra detail around there. If you make it too big, then those details can lift the stickers and it won't look as good. Next we'll do the window and Clerestory material. The windows and all that stuff mounts over these little tabs that are coming out of there. The window material comes in large clear sheets, and then these are sheets of the Clerestory material that I'm using. I found out later that there's another maker of the stuff with a more accurate representation of Lionel's original, but this stuff still looks pretty good once it's in, so I'm going to go ahead and use it. I'm starting with the clear window material. Now to get it measured out just right, I've made a score mark a ½ inch from the edge here using the edge of a ruler and a razor. So now I can cut this with regular old scissors. Right, I've got this piece cut out lengthwise, and these are just a little bit too long. The windows need to be 7 3/4 inches long for these passenger cars, so taking off just about 3/16 of an inch there to make it fit properly. Now to get the window material ready to put onto the actual windows, I just have that lined up over there, and I'll press that down over the first tab just a little bit, not enough to poke through, just enough to make a mark. Now that I've got the mark on there, I take the razor blade here and cut it just a little bit in each direction to make a slot for those tabs to go through. Now I'll put that back onto there, make a test fit over the first tab, and that's good. So then I go on to the next one, line it up a little bit more, and press down over the next tab, and I just keep repeating the same process until the window has 4 little slots cut into it. I've got all the little slots cut into the window piece now, and that's fitting pretty well on, so I'm just taking this little flat blade screwdriver here and bending those back in their original direction. Last thing I need to do here is cut out these little slots so that the window piece can fit over the tabs in the body. I just take my razor and go down like that. Next is the Clerestory Material. For these cars, you need to cut out 3 pieces. One of them is longer, then there will be 2 short ones. The long one I cut about 1/4 inch wide. Just kind of guess at it. The long piece, just like the clear windows, needs to be 7 3/4 inches long. So I'll just trim that down. And now that piece is ready. The short pieces are about 3/8 inches wide, and I cut them to 1 inch long. After placing that piece down, you do just like the clear window material. These short pieces are the easiest, and again they go on just like the other pieces. I will note though that for it to fit properly, the tabs on the top and bottom should be bent away from each other. And there it is, all nice and finished. Last thing to do in this step is to finish up this air tank. It just needs a quick cleaning of rust and paint with the wire wheel, and then a recoat of gloss black. And then these end caps need to be cleaned up and polished and coated. And if any of these are ever damaged beyond repair or missing, like one of them was on my car, reproductions are available. That piece is cleaned up real nice now. I'll just give that a quick washing with soap and water before I paint it. And to hold on to it while I'm painting, I'll just slide it onto that piece of styrofoam there. And that makes a good holding block. While the first coat of paint is drying, I'll go ahead and start on these. For the flat surface there, I like to use this soft sanding wheel. Just kind of go at it until the part's nice and clean, free of any rust, and as smooth on the outside as possible. Front there is nice and clean, so now I'll get to the edges, and I found that for these the wire wheel works best. That's looking pretty good now, so I'll just give it a quick polishing to get rid of any scratches that are left over. And after this polishing is done, I'll give it a clear coat just like I did for the other metallic parts. Just about done here. I've given this 2 coats of paint with Krylon Now Gloss Black, and I've given the other parts a quick clear coat, so I should be able to assemble this thing in about half an hour. Everything's nice and dry, so go ahead and pop this last one on there. And that thing is ready to go. It looks just about as good as a brand new reproduction part. That's it for all of this. The only thing that's left now is the final reassembly.